Welcome to Fun Facts Daily, your source for just the good stuff. Monday through Friday, we're bringing fun facts and news you can use, all carefully curated to uplift and inform. So give yourself a break, relax, and learn something awesome in just a few minutes every day. Hi everyone, I'm Kyle Wood, and today we're going to be learning all about the Japanese spider crab, a deep-sea creature that lives on the ocean floor around Japan. But before we get into the facts, let's warm up our brains with a little challenge to see if you can tell fact from fiction. Consider this. For generations, maritime folklore along the Pacific coast of Japan warned fishermen about the dead man crab. Sailors whispered tales of monstrous, eight-legged sea beasts rising from the ocean trenches to overturn small skiffs and drag shipwrecked sailors down into the abyss to feed. According to legends, these crabs would hunt humans and use their massive pincers to crack open wooden boat holes. What do you think? Is the Japanese spider crab a man-eating sea monster? We'll find out at the end of the episode. Now for your word of the day. Our word for today is ecdysis. That's ECDYSIS. Ecdysis is the biological process by which arthropods periodically cast off or molt their rigid outer cuticle or exoskeleton to accommodate growth. Because the crab's outer shell is made of hard calcium carbonate and chitin that can't expand, they have to shed it to increase their body size. The word ecdysis comes from the ancient Greek word, ecdysis, which translates to a stripping off or shedding. When a Japanese spider crab undergoes ecdysis, it secretes special enzymes to dissolve the inner layer of its old shell while swelling its tissues with seawater. The crab then extracts all its limbs through narrow openings in the split carapace. This leaves it soft and completely vulnerable for several days until minerals in the water harden its new, larger shell. Time for your daily high five, our top 5 fun facts about the Japanese spider crab. Number 1. The Japanese spider crab holds the world record for the largest leg span of any living arthropod. Now, first thing, let's define what an arthropod is. They're invertebrate animals with hard outer shells, a segmented body, and jointed legs. So, a crab is an arthropod, specifically a crustacean. Crabs, lobsters, shrimp, they're all crustaceans. But other arthropods would include insects like ants and beetles, and arachnids, spiders, scorpions, and ticks. It's a big group, but the Japanese spider crab is bigger than all of them. From the tip of one front claw to the tip of another, the fully grown adult Japanese spider crab can span up to 12.5 feet or about 3.8 meters across. Despite the enormous limb reach, the central body, known as the carapace, is only about 16 inches or 40 centimeters wide. Their long legs help them out as they traverse the uneven ocean floor. They can navigate deep rocky slopes and trenches without getting stuck in soft ocean silt. These crabs can weigh a little over 40 pounds or about 19 or 20 kilograms, making them the second heaviest arthropods behind the American lobster. Number 2. Japanese spider crabs can live for a century. Marine biologists estimate that the Japanese spider crab has an average lifespan ranging between 50 and 100 years in the wild. Some specimens studied by oceanographers are believed to possibly even exceed that century mark, placing them among the longest living arthropods on the planet. The consistently cool temperatures in the deep ocean slows down chemical reactions in their body, resulting in a slower metabolism for ectothermic animals. An ectothermic organism has their body temperature determined by their surroundings. They rely on external heat sources, and since the deep ocean is cold, They are cold, which makes everything happen more slowly. The slower metabolism means less oxidative stress. Slower chemical reactions means a lower rate of free radicals to damage DNA, proteins, and cellular structures over time. At depths between 150 and 300 meters, the water temperatures are pretty stable and consistent, hovering around 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 to 13 degrees Celsius. Because the deep ocean is so stable in the temperature and there are minimal seasonal fluctuations, the spider crabs expend energy at a steady, measured pace. Ultimately, this means a longer lifespan because they're basically just going through their life cycle at a slower pace. Number 3. Young spider crabs use sponges and sea anemones to camouflage their shells. Juvenile spider crabs decorate their bumpy carapaces by attaching bits of sponges, kelp, and small sessile marine animals to hooked hairs called setae. This helps the young crabs blend into the rocky seabed and avoid detection by large predators like octopuses and deep water sharks. The attached organisms often continue to grow on the crab's shell, creating a dynamic living disguise. As the crabs grow into adults and reach their multi-meter leg span, they gradually abandon this decoration. Adult carapaces develop bumpy, tuberculated textures that naturally mimic deep-sea rock formations without needing any extra decoration. But really, their size and heavily calcified adult shells provide sufficient defense against most ocean predators. Number 4. Japanese spider crabs can regrow missing limbs over successive molts. In the event of a predator attack or an accident in deep underwater trenches, a spider crab can sever a trapped or damaged leg through a biological defense mechanism known as autotomy. A special internal valve at the base of the leg quickly contracts to prevent the loss of hemolymph, a fluid that circulates their bodies, kind of like a combination of our blood and lymph fluid. Now, if you're wondering what lymph fluid is, it circulates to manage fluid levels, filter out waste, and fight infections. Spider crabs have an open system throughout their body with a multifunctional fluid called hemolymph that distributes nutrients, filters waste, fights infections, and provides hydraulic pressure for movement. Anyways, they close a valve to seal the wound almost instantly and prevent the loss of hemolymph. Inside the remaining stump, a limb bud develops under the skin over time. When the crab undergoes its next ecdysis and molts its outer shell, a regenerated limb emerges, though smaller than the original. Over 2 or 3 consecutive molting cycles, the replacement leg grows until it matches the size and strength of the crab's other legs. And our 5th and final fun fact for today. While it's commonly referred to as the Japanese spider crab, its scientific name is after a German naturalist. The scientific name Macrocheira kaempferi honors Engelbert Kaempfer, a German physician and naturalist who served in the Dutch East India Company on Dejima Island in Nagasaki Bay from 1690 to 1692. Kaempfer made detailed sketches and records of the giant crab during his travels to the shogun's court in what was then Edo, now Tokyo. In the Japanese language, the crab was called Takaashigani, which translates literally to tall legs crab. The crab's genus name, Macrocheira, comes from the Greek words macros, meaning long or large, and chair, meaning hand or arm, describing the elongated pincers found on male specimens. Now for some news you can use. We can take inspiration from the Japanese spider crab's century-long lifespan and adopt some simple, research-backed habits that support healthy aging and cellular preservation. The crab maintains longevity by thriving in cool temperatures and avoiding chronic metabolic strain. We may not be able to move to the deep sea, but we can protect our cellular health by getting good restorative sleep, managing internal inflammation, and choosing nutrient-dense whole foods. Focus on 3 daily habits that support metabolic health. First, keep your bedroom temperature between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit at night, which clinical sleep studies show promotes deep, slow wave sleep and supports nighttime cellular repair. Second, incorporate regular low impact aerobic movement like walking or swimming, which improves mitochondrial efficiency without placing excessive stress on your joints. And finally, eat the rainbow. Center your meals around colorful vegetables, legumes, and omega-3 fatty acids, which deliver antioxidants that help neutralize free radicals throughout your body. Finally, the moment you've been waiting for. At the beginning of the episode, I asked, is the Japanese spider crab a human-hunting, dead-man crab capable of capsizing boats and pulling sailors into the depths? This one's a fallacy. Japanese spider crabs are gentle, slow-moving scavengers and opportunistic omnivores. They do not hunt large animals or attack boats. They patrol the seafloor, just consuming dead organic matter, decaying fish, algae, and small benthic invertebrates like marine worms and mollusks. Their pincers are adapted for delicate picking and tearing of soft foods, not high-force crushing, so they're totally harmless to humans. Now, I hope you enjoyed learning a bit about the Japanese spider crab with me today, and be sure to tune in every weekday for even more fun facts. Fun Facts Daily is an Airwave Media podcast. It was written, recorded, mixed, and edited by me, Kyle Wood. Thanks for sharing a part of your day with me. Be sure to follow Fun Facts Daily on your favorite podcast app so you can keep the good stuff coming your way every day. And if you like the show, please do me a favor and leave a kind rating, review, or just tell your friends about it.